morning, Rome. Today it is currently sunny with a high of 78 degrees, low of 55. Today's news includes a live interview with Magnus, the famous gladiator, information on new and improved weaponry for the Roman army, and breaking news: Julius Caesar tragically murdered by his own senators. But more on that later. Now to Izzy at the Colosseum with Magnus.
I am here today with one of Rome's very own gladiators, Magnus. Tell me, how is it that you became a gladiator in the first place?
Well, I was a slave like most of the other gladiators. I didn't really know anything about the gladiator games, except that 2 men went in and only 1 came out, unless they were pardoned, which is very rare.
Could you describe your first fight for me?
For one thing, I was utterly unaware of what I was risking. My future, my well-being, my life for that matter. My first fight was at the Colosseum, and I remember vividly going up the elevator under the stadium while the other gladiators getting ready to fight in the series of underground tunnels that surrounded me. I was overwhelmed by the amount of people in the stadium, about 50,000 I think.
I see. Did it ever strike you as cruel to kill other people merely to entertain an audience?
A little bit at first, but after a while I realized it was the only way I had a chance to survive. And besides, it wasn't always me. The wild animals killed my opponent 50% of the time.
About how many fights have you been in?
Quite a few actually, considering my age. Just over 15. I don't remember the exact amount, but it's somewhere around there. I'm just waiting for the last fight to come so I can finally be free.
Do you have any family? And if so, do you think they're worried about you?
I have a little sister at home. It's difficult being away from them because I was the foundation of my family. Now that I'm gone, I don't know how they're going to survive, with my sister being sick and all. But I guess they'll figure out a way.
Thank you very much for your time, and I appreciate your willingness to answer my questions. Now live at the scene of Julius Caesar's death.
I'm here at the scene of Julius Caesar's assassination. Yes, you heard me right. Julius Caesar has been assassinated. Behind me, his body lies at the foot of the Pompey statue, where he was stabbed numerous times by his traitorous senators. Here is Julius Caesar now. How are you feeling about this? Interesting. Anything else you want to add? Okay then. According to an anonymous source, 60 senators have been conspiring against Caesar for months now, and Caesar actually knew that many of his senators wanted him dead. Caesar was leaving Rome on the 18th of March, so the senators picked a perfect time to strike. As Caesar entered the Pompey Theater, the senators rose to greet him. Shortly after that, he was surrounded by his own senators, quickly overtaken. He fell at the foot of the Pompey statue, taking 23 stab wounds in all. Caesar was actually warned by 3 different people before the Senate meeting. The night before the fatal event, Caesar's wife, Calpurnia Pisonis, had a nightmare about Caesar being killed. Caesar brushed it off, not worrying about it at all. The next warning came from a high priest of Rome. You'd think the Caesar would listen to his priest, but he was too stubborn. Outside of the theater, just before he walked in, Caesar was handed a note from one of his faithful senators, tipping him off about the plan to kill him. Caesar did not read the note, and we all know what happened next. What will happen to Rome now? Who will take charge? This has been the inside information on Julius Caesar's death. Now a short commercial break.
Have you ever gotten tangled in your toga? Well, now there is a new zipper technology that will ensure that you never get tangled again.
My toga was always getting in the way of my everyday life. I wish there was an easier way to get ready in the morning.
I love my new tangle-free toga. It never gets in the way, and the zipper technology is amazing.
In Army news, the Roman military has made the executive decision to abandon the phalanx formation, which had been used for a long time before. The decision was made because at Samnius, the formation had not been able to maneuver around the terrain. However, the choice could hurt the army due to a lack of tactics. This tactic has been used many times before and was a main formation used in the military. Thankfully, there has been news of a replacement formation called the maniple. It has been described as a phalanx with joints and will be much more mobile than the phalanx. A general, when asked for his opinion, said, "It was too clunky. We needed a formation that could adapt to the terrain, and the phalanx just couldn't do it." Now a weapons report from our news correspondent, Moon Ingzhen.
Rome now has some new improved weapons. A new helmet has failed to protect the soldier's chin and neck, and now still is used to replace wooden shells. Also have a smaller spear and fire in close bottoms. The small the ocean gets better protection. The soldier wear metal plates drawn into armor to protect his upper body.
Bathhouses are a place where the public bathes and exchanges social information. The workers maintain the cleanliness of the water by replacing it every day. The warmth of the water is regulated by underground furnaces. The water is separated into categories: bathing and drinking. The Roman Empire uses this for clean drinking water. Now here at the local bathhouse, I'm going to ask this merchant about his experience.
The warm water keeps me calm while I exchange information with the other merchants.
Why do you think bathhouses are important?
Bathhouses are a part of the social society which keeps a society together.
Would you recommend bathhouses?
Yes, for all social entertainment, visit the nearest bathhouse.
Thank you for your input. I hope you enjoy your time. This has been information about bathhouses. Have a fantastic day, Romans. We will see you tomorrow.